What's going on, my dudes? Welcome to the channel. I'm QuittyBags, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today, my dudes, I'm going to be teaching you how to make an AFK drown spawner. Now, this thing is absolutely amazing because it gets you a ton of loot, and it also gets you a ton of XP, and it's actually very simple to make because it actually uses a mob spawner. Now, I know this one is above ground, and we're going to get into that in just a second on where we're going to be building this. But before we do, let's see if we can smash a 1,000 like goal on this video. And also, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that sub button. Also, don't forget to hit that little bell so you guys don't miss a single tutorial. All right, my dudes, let's get started here. So I built this above ground just to actually give you guys a good representation and show you guys how it is actually built. So we're going to be building it underground in a dungeon with a zombie spawner. So if you found a zombie spawner, you are already ready to go. All right, so basically the zombies drop down into here. And as you guys can see, they drop into the spider web here, and they turn into drowns there. It takes 45 seconds for the zombie to convert into a drown. And then once they're done, they slowly drop through the spider web down into this trident killer, where a trident is placed and kills the zombies. And then down here, we have a minecart with a hopper that picks up the loot. And also, you can grab the XP right here. Some reason I didn't have the slab set up. Hold on one second. So you can actually grab the XP from right here from having that slab open. And then down here, you have your loot. Now, this farm, I'm going to go over the loot with you guys. Now, for this farm, the loot consists of rotten flesh, golden ingots, fishing rods, and Nautilus shells. No, this will not get you any tridents, sadly, but it is still a good XP / loot farm if you want any other stuff. And when they turn into drowns, they actually drop this armor up here as well. As you guys can see, I just picked up a ton of it. So if you want to grab that, you can climb up to the top and just poke your head in the side there, and you pick up that. All right, so we're going to need 4 hoppers, 4 rails, 8 observers, 1 minecart with a hopper, 4 pistons, 1 lever, 1 trident, 2 chests, a handful of glass, 1 slab, 4 buttons, 4 cobwebs. If you don't know how to get cobwebs, you actually use silk touch with a pickaxe or whatever you have with silk touch. And then we got 2 water buckets. All right, my dudes, let's go down this tunnel here and let's start building this thing. All right, so as I said, we're gonna build it actually in a dungeon like this. So the first step we're gonna do is we're gonna break 3 blocks below here. 1, 2, 3. And as you guys can see, we have a cave, so we're going to have to start filling this in a little bit. And also, make sure to put a torch on top so no zombies actually spawn or turn to peaceful mode. So I've dug 3 down, so you're going to do this for the full perimeter here. All right, so as you guys can see, I've dug 3 down from the spawner. Now, the next step is you're going to place 2 blocks just like that. Now, this is going to be actually where the zombies drop into the hole. And then what we're going to do after this, see how we are 2 blocks from the actual hole? We're going to dig 4 blocks from the actual hole on each side, just like this. All right, so once you've dug 4 blocks from each side, now you're going to dig out this whole area, including the roof area if you want to as well, so that we have one big square, and it's going to be 10 by 10 room. All right, so once you get your room dug out, it should look exactly like this. It should be a 10 by 10 room with a 2 by 2 hole in the middle. Next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put water buckets on each side, right there, and right there. Now, I told you guys you only need 2 water buckets, so if you only have 2 water buckets, just make an infinite water pool and then use the water from there as your source of water. All right, so from the surface here, we're gonna dig down 11 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, this is the thing. If your spawner is very low to the ground, you're going to have to find a new one, because don't start making this if the spawner is like, say at like, you know, like level, I don't know, 12 or something, or 10, because you need lots of space for them to drop down and sit in the cobwebs and stuff like that. So just a little bit of a pro tip there, just so you guys don't waste your time. If you have a spawner that's too close to bedrock, don't make it there, okay? All right, so once we're 11 blocks down, we're gonna create just like an open space down here. All right, my dudes, so once you have this room kind of dug out, it doesn't have to be a certain dimension, just so you get enough room here. You're going to place down 2 chests like this. Make sure they're 1 block off from the 2x2 hole, and then from behind the chest, make sure to crouch, place your hopper, place your hopper, place your hopper, place your hopper. So these 4 hoppers should be lined up with the 2x2 hole, and just make sure you crouch when aiming at the chest and aiming at the other hoppers so that all the hoppers work correctly. And if you need to test them, just throw an item into the hopper or on top of it, and as you guys can see, it comes into the chest, so you know the hopper system is working correctly. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and grab our rails and place them in a little circle here, basically. And then after that, we're gonna place glass on top. Now the next step, we're gonna need to dig around here to get some extra space. So just dig out around the glass area just so you can get up there and you have some space. Next step, my dudes, we are going to be making the trident killer. So we need a block here, and we're gonna place a piston here. And then we're gonna need another block here on the outside and place our piston there. And then do the same here, put a block down, put a piston, and for the last one, do the same thing and put a piston. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna place your observers, so we're gonna need a little bit of room here. So the first observer is gonna be facing like that, so make sure the red dot is facing you, and then we're gonna go over here and aim that way. So make sure this one goes out, this one positions inwards, and then let's do this all the way around now. So one like this, one like that, one like that, one like this, and like that, and like that. So, as you guys can see, I'll show you the pattern from the top. Each observer is going into the piston and outwards and in and outwards and in, blah, 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 blah. You guys get it. Make sure to get this right or else the trident killer won't work correctly. Now, you're going to place one lever on top of the piston. You can break all these blocks around it, and we're going to turn it on like that. And then click it again, and as you guys can see, it is going around in a perfect square, the 2x2 area. So we can turn this off for now. So we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then at the number 5, put a button on each side. This is gonna stop the water from flowing. All right, so the next step is we're gonna actually place water buckets around and make an infant water pool here. And we're going to place our cobwebs in after, like this. Now, make sure you place it exactly like this. Do the infant water pool first, or else if you do like a water bucket, it'll wash the cobwebs away. So make sure you do that. If you do it like this, you place all the cobwebs down, and then you place like a bucket above it. As you guys can see, it'll break the cobwebs. You place the water buckets first, like this, all the way around an infant water pool, then put the cobwebs in so they don't get washed away. And then what we're gonna do is do an infant water pool, all the way up. So, and then just leave 1 block left like that. Now, I recommend you guys build a little area right here where we can actually come up and take a peek at the farm. So just dig a few blocks back here like this, and then drop all the way down. All right, so I made a little area where you can put some ladders, so then you can actually peek at the farm. Like, you can go all the way up there and peek at it, just in case something's not working properly. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put our trident in the center, like that. And careful, don't get too close, or else you will pick it up. And if you do pick it up, just try to throw it directly in the center. And then we're gonna put glass all the way around, and we're gonna put a slab like that. Now, for up here, what you're going to want to do is just build like a little ladder or something just to grab the XP when it's all collected up there. So we can flick this switch on now, like this, and then we can turn it on hard again. And let's go upstairs and make sure you get your torch off of this, and then make sure you block any incoming light sources. Don't put any torches in here at all. Now we'll come down here, and you're going to have to wait about 45 seconds. And if you want, you can put some glass up here. Oh, not spider webs, just glass. Just so you can peek on them if you want, you know? Because or else it's going to be very hard to see them. So as you guys can see, they're slowly moving down. Oh, that guy's shaking. He's about to turn into a drown. So it takes 45 seconds for the zombies to actually turn into drowns when they're underwater. And then they will drop down into the kill chamber in a few seconds here. Yes, it does take a little while for them to drop through the cobwebs, but without the cobwebs, they won't turn into drowns, because they need to be in water for 45 seconds. So let's just wait here and wait for them to drop. As you guys can see, there's lots of zombies stacking up in here. And they will stack quite a bit, and it's awesome because then you just keep getting more and more spawns. All right, they're finally about to fall out of the cobwebs. Here we go. All right, we got our first kill. As you guys can see, the loot dropped, the rotten flesh, and then the XP sits right there. And if you get close enough, you can actually grab it. But like that, like I said, the trident actually gets picked up, so you have to keep your distance a little bit, right? You have to be very careful. Now, if you guys are wondering why this farm doesn't give you tridents, is because in Bedrock Edition, zombies will not spawn. Well, turned zombies that turn into drowns will not spawn with a actual trident in their hand, but they will actually give you Nautilus shells. All right, as you guys can see, it's working pretty good, and all the zombies are turning, and they're dropping in slowly. All right, my dudes, if you guys enjoyed making this drown farm, smash that like button. Let's see if we get that 1,000 like goal today. And also, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that sub button. And also, don't forget to hit that little bell so you guys don't miss any future Minecraft content. Thank you so much for watching, and have fun building your zombie/drown farm. Peace out, my dudes.